Hey guys, Drift0r here. Today I'm at DICE LA again, and I'm going to be playing some single player with DonFubar, who's going to be casting me. I basically get my own narrator. Yeah, we're going to be doing some X-Bone here in the production room, and I wanted to show you my highlights and most fun moments of the single player campaign of Battlefield 1.
You get the Hellfighter, Red Baron, Lawrence of Arabia themed packs. You get 3 vehicle skins.
Lawrence of Arabia one is the one that I personally enjoyed the most yesterday.
Yeah.
Lawrence of Arabia's SMLE. Very beautiful gun, as the people on Reddit have pointed out, historically accurate in almost every context.
And that's what Reddit's good for. They will point out that historical accuracy.
They'll pick out every little thing on the planet. But on top of that, it just looks really good. It performs very well. I had a lot of time doing the bolt action headshot on people. I believe we're not doing Lawrence of Arabia right now. This is Harlem Hellfighters, or our gentleman over here.
Lloyd Simpson did not last very long.
Yep. Burning trees like Snoop Dogg.
Burning trees like the D-O-double-G.
All right, I got to get a bayonet charge in. I see a guy not paying attention. Let's bayonet charge him. Yes! Oh, right in the neck. Let's see if we can get another one in. I'm probably going to... Nope. See, that's the thing. Rifle bullets, bayonet charges. This is one of the last wars where we had actual melee combat between infantrymen, because when you ran out of ammo, you did have real bayonet charges in the war.
Yeah.
You had combat. You had cavalry with horses. It was one of the first wars ever to where there were airplanes of any kind. Matter of fact, I remember when the U.S. Army was developing airplanes, one of the generals did not believe it, and during the test of an airplane versus, it was an empty ship, just like a decommissioned one that had set out on the ocean, and one of the generals said, I bet that I could stand bald-headed on that ship and be just fine. And they blew it to smithereens. So let's be glad that he didn't do that, because we would have been down one more general in this war. And this war had the Ottoman Empire as well, so you get to see some of that. That's a World War I fun fact that not many people talk, and that was an armored train blowing people up.
I mean, that's one of the most terrifying things. Like you were mentioning, you know, we have all kinds of crazy vehicles in the game. There's horses, tanks, but seeing a heavily armored war train on the back.
That would terrify. I've never seen a heavily armored war train in modern times.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to do with that, especially these people where the train is like the most fancy technology they've ever seen in their lives.
He's like, I got a car. He was excited about that.
Yeah, cars were rich people toys. This was a time where the average person didn't have electricity. They'd probably never seen a cell phone. Horse and buggies were common. They probably had never seen a light bulb before they got on the airplane to fly overseas. It was, and then here they are fighting with tanks and all sorts of automatic weapons and things that they didn't even think existed.
Could you imagine that feeling of, you might not have ever seen a light bulb, but here you are on a plane that is going to sail you halfway across the world to go into battle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or training people to be pilots, and they're like, hold up now, you want me to get in a flying machine made out of wood and kill Germans halfway around the world and perhaps jump out of this?
Yeah.
Totally.
What's the worst that could happen?
A lot of things.
Lots of bad things could happen.
Like it was so bad, the Red Baron, one of his tactics, what made him so successful was instead of trying to disable the plane like other pilots, he actually tried to kill the pilots because they sat in the cockpit unprotected, right? So his idea was that if you kill the pilot, nobody can fly the plane. So he'd swoop in and try and shoot the pilots up.
One of the 10 EA access codes.
Those are pigeons. They're sending messages via carrier pigeon.
That's what we're doing right now.
There were no telephones, no satellites, well, there were telephones, and actually probably more telegrams, but the lines would be cut. So in order to communicate, you had to have drivers or carrier pigeons.
Yeah. So you can say this is the war that pretty much created Twitter.
Yes.
This is what did it.
Sending
sent those birds out.
140 characters on these tiny pieces of paper.
That's
Too many characters, it would weigh the bird down,
Exactly.
Your message wouldn't make it.
And that's actually my Twitter fun fact of the day. That's why you can only put 140 characters in.
We can do another fun fact if we're looking at tanks here. Tanks got their name in World War I because of the workers that designed them. You got to remember that tanks were rare. They were new. This was the first time they were ever deployed in any major combat. And the workers that built them were not allowed to know what they were building. So they told them they were building tanks or boilers for distilleries, for breweries and other things like that. So they thought they were literally building like big water tanks, right? Because each worker would build different parts. And they
big mobile water tanks.
So when they deployed them, they tried to call them land ships and all sorts of other complicated names. But the workers that built them would eventually be the people that used them. And they're like, oh, these are the tanks that we built. So they're tanks.
Where are we delivering water to today? Why do we need all this artillery?
We're going to be delivering them lots of water today.
It's safe to say that this is the war that also introduced drive-by shootings to the world.
Yes, that is very true. It introduced a lot of things, tactics, strategy. A lot of the wars fought before this one, and even a few of the battles in this one were fought by generals that thought it was a great idea to just line your soldiers up and march them toward each other.
While playing a drum.
Yeah, just, you know, Napoleonic Wars, Colonial Wars, stuff like that. They would just, big armies would just march right at each other shooting. This is one of the first ones where they would ever take cover, use strategy. That's kind of what bogged it down, is everybody thought the trench was the best strategy on the planet, you know?
Yeah, and that is why we are seeing that full-on trench warfare happening right now. These
Which
guys
the
think they're
tanks were.
safe.
Oh no, they're not. Look at this guy's trying to shoot my tank. What are you doing?
Hey, you know, maybe this is
Oh,
the
hold
first
up.
time a gentleman like that has seen a tank, and
My
he doesn't know
tank
that.
is on fire. I'm getting shot by like dozens of rockets. I think, if I'm not mistaken, several of the tanks, both the British tanks, a lot of them actually had teapots in them, because the British like to brew tea before and after combat.
Is that an actual fun fact?
That's
That's
another
a Drift0r
actual fun fact. I know they had them in World War II. I'm pretty sure that they were here in World War I, which was more commonly referred to as the Great War at the time. And I'm pretty sure that this tank here is going to take out my tank. So
Probably because it's got a fully loaded teapot in it.
yeah,
That is what happens when your guys are. And Daniel Edwards.
Daniel Edwards died. So do I have? He's not allowed to hang out. So look at these guys. They're shooting at my tank with bolt-action rifles, guys.
Here's a question
Guys,
from
please go away. This is not good for your health. This
Desperate
isn't good
Pope
for
wants
your
to
health.
know: have you ever been compared to Napoleon Dynamite?
More times than I'm really comfortable discussing. Napoleon Dynamite,
It's freaking sweet.
John Heder, also Kylo Ren, and several other comparisons of the sort.
Who is your favorite comparison? What's the one you were like, yes, I'll accept that?
At least Kylo Ren, because he's got superpowers. With Napoleon
he?
Dynamite, they're like, oh, you know, you're just a nerd. And I'm like, well, that's
Whoa,
great.
whoa. First
Actually,
off-
okay, you'll like this. So I was shopping for a wedding ring, right?
Okay.
Expensively, spending thousands of dollars to propose to my wife.
Nice.
I go in there and I'm getting ready to purchase this multi-$1,000 ring, and the salesman just says to me, hey, did anybody ever tell you that you look and sound like Napoleon Dynamite? And I'm just sitting there thinking, okay.
And then he sold you a charm bracelet, he said, like from Deb in Napoleon Dynamite? Just bringing it all full circle.
No, I decided not to purchase from that individual. All right.
Battlefield 1 Ultimate Editions
We're
on
gonna make
PC.
our own path.
Dang it. Dang it.
Oh, hold up, can I drive through the buildings? Can I do that?
I don't know,
Yes!
can you? Of course
Yes!
you can.
Uh-huh.
You are in a giant
All that good
machine
Mason
of
work
death.
done for.
It was like screw
Now I
shooting.
get to face check all
Let's
of the
just blow things
artillery,
up.
which is probably going to be great for my health.
Right.
Look at that. They have wheels on that thing, like wagon wheels on that.
Wagon wheels indeed.
Okay, it's a Texan thing, all right.
Is it?
They taught me in grade
Why are
school.
you saying what way?
Yeah, wheelchair. What? I was taught as a child.
Can you
and
say
I've had
cool
this,
whip?
Cool whip. The H is not silent. I was taught to pronounce the H,
Cool
and I
whip.
was punished when I would not pronounce the H. So it's stuck with me as a speech pattern. H's are not silent in words with WH.
Okay. So blow the whistle on
Whistle,
those guys.
yeah, whistle,
Whistle.
whistle.
Whistle while you work. No, there's no H in
No,
it.
there's no H in work.
So now we got a little tiny tanks.
Yeah,
Looks like trying to
mini
escape.
tanks.
He's like, there's a big tank coming
Hold up,
for
this
me.
guy's shooting me with a pistol. No,
Oh, not anymore.
no.
Send
he
us
had
a
to stop.
postcard, Jerry. It's not looking good. The thing is massive. Capture Big Willie's farm.
That is an amazing, amazing name. I can't wait to ride on Big Willie's farm.
One of the
We're gonna
best-
drive all
one
over
of-
his crops.
One of the best known German
Plow the
farmers,
land.
Big Willie. I was out there. Oh man.
I'm playing a bird.
Yes, pigeon play.
I'm
Here
a
it
bird.
is. This is
Pigeon
our
gameplay.
This is my first look at pigeon
Whoa,
play.
hold up. I don't want to crash my bird.
And you can be playing a pigeon too if you are part of the EA Access Origin Access Play First trial, which kicked off just a couple of days ago. Exclusive limited
Yay,
edition
we made
Battlefield
it.
1
No stealth required.
Xbox One S. And I'm just gonna pretend like I'm playing. Look at, I'm having fun too. Hold X.
Oh, here we go.
I held X. It's not as fun.
You can identify as playing the game.
Yeah.
You can identify as whatever you want.
Sorry, Trench Mace.
Now check this out, dude. I've got a gun with a silencer. I didn't even know that was a thing in World War I.
Well, now you do.
Yeah, now I do. Now I know a lot of things.
Now you can add that to Drift0r Fun Facts. It comes with shotguns and handguns and pistols and trench maces.
What I thought, oh, they have realistic silencers. So when you pop people, it's not fully silent.
That's actual life. You know, even in movies, when people use silencers, you still hear it. Come on.
Yep.
I hear it's not very silent.
The switch, nope. Well, look, there's the
It
light
just
bulb.
can't feel good at all.
Oh, whoa, look at that. Hold up. I
Yeah.
thought that was a non-moving object. Look at this.
Yeah, no.
That's actual dynamic lighting and whatnot. Come on, let me hit it.
I mean,
Look at that.
Look at that.
That actually impresses me. 90% of single-player games use static lighting, and for good reason, too.
Yeah.
Because it's just easier to program, right? But they went the full 9 yards. What do we have here?
Light machine guns get more accurate as you fire. Just saying.
Oh, that's the wrong button.
You literally hit him in the face with. He took it to the. Oh, and sort of dropped you a knee.
Where's Bessie at? I got to go hang out with Bessie. I probably have more
Terror
stuff.
cactus, pigeon
Hey,
bomber
come over
should be
here.
a thing. We were talking about that earlier. If there's any
Yes.
way we can get dynamic pigeon poo droppings as some sort of napalm effect, I'm not sure if that's historically accurate, but
It
I
is,
wouldn't mind seeing it.
In World War II, Japan tried to train bats to drop firebombs over the United States. It was a pretty big failure, and also in World War II, the Russians tried to train anti-tank dogs to run and hide under tanks, and then they would blow them up with the dog as well. Unfortunately, they only trained them with Russian tanks, so when combat started, they ran toward the Russian tanks. Yeah.
So chalk that out to their Driftopedia fun facts of the day as we are learning new things throughout the entire stream. It not only is it a game showcasing the single player experience in Battlefield 1, but you're also learning a little bit of history. And that's why I'm glad we got Drifter here to explain exactly what that is. Not only is he a prolific gamer, but he's also a history buff. Who knew?
I don't think a history buff is accurate as Wikipedia.
No, I'm saying it.
reader.
Driftopedia is it's a
Okay,
historical fun fact, a sheet of information for people to learn on.
I'm just gonna start some drama here. Whoa, that's way too much drama.
That's
We got to get out of this drama.
Mr. Edwards is not going down. So again, it's just this is the feeling of letdown on my
Ooh,
soul
hold
right
up,
now.
hold up.
That guy says you can't grenade me, bro. Come at me, bro. I don't think you're gonna do it. Nerves of steel. So again, if you did not win any one of our contests we've been doing all day, we're still giving away that Samsung gaming monitor, the curved gaming monitor, and an Xbox One, and we're gonna be giving
Not
away
gonna do it,
things
huh?
all week long. And you redeemed yourself. Just
Do you
when
want to
I
see some
thought
machine gun action?
you couldn't blow it anymore, you go and do something like that and totally redeem yourself, and then you died. See? Oh man.
Now, anybody can run around with automatics and spray and pray, but when you hit somebody with a semi-auto, it feels like you've really aimed and done your work. And
And almost blew yourself up. Yeah.
no, I did not almost blow myself up.
I mean, I saw that if you could look at your character's face, eyebrows singed.
I was
right
very
off.
well aware of the radius. Actually, I want to see if I can repair hammer this vehicle. Let's see if I can destroy it.
Yes, you. I don't
Well,
know if
apparently one hit to the engine will do it.
I wouldn't call that a repair hammer. That's more of a destroy hammer, a vehicle.
I'm kind of afraid. I'm worried it's going to blow me up.
Yeah. Well, why don't you try? Oh man, I was hoping it'd blow you up, but it didn't.
you hoped it would kill me,
Yeah.
so that you can make fun of me some more here on stream.
Why aren't you using the AT guns?
Where are the AT guns?
I don't know. That's just what I was reading from chat.
Did you see an AT gun?
I was just reading chat.
I'm asking you, did you see an AT
I
gun?
was looking at the
Yeah,
gameplay. I was reading chat.
That's the Twitch chat for you. They're like, why don't you just aim better?
That didn't work out with the high H.
Nope.
So
All you have
what
to
does
do
that
is
make you feel like? Now that you finally
whimsical.
whimsical, cool whip.
It's the only descriptive word I could think with a WH.
But it was a good one, like a whispering willow. That'd be a.
No, there's no H in Willow.
Damn it! But it's
Do you
hard
even
to.
English, bro?
Yeah, I don't even English. I'm sorry. I don't hard H. Whispering.
I was hoping when the horses were revealed, it would be like a two-person vehicle, and one person would be the horse, and
Just
you
the other
would-
person riding on back with
yeah,
it.
and you'd be like, Dave,
Yeah.
Dave, jump over the things, and like, or you know how in the cars when you honk, I was hoping you could do that in the horse and go.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. If they need a VO for the horse.
Hey, I worked on a farm. I know my barnyard animals. I can tell you all about bovine animals.
So it's also a question for chat.
I can hear
Horses playing-
the DICE PR people just
Tanks.
laughing back there. They use the windmill to grind their grain and make bread because this game was literally before sliced bread. You think I'm joking? Sliced bread came out after this war was over. Think about that.
Driftopedia with another fun fact for the stream.
Stupid plants out of my way.